Hello and welcome back to Painscreek Killings. We are still inside the mansion. My voice is still a little horsey. A little vodka helped. We'll see how long I last. So the key that we had was for that room. This is a house entrance key. Well, then it's not going to be for this. There was something about that art gallery, too, so we'll come back to that. Billiard cues. Is there a billiard table? Oh, yeah, right there. See? I'm an awesome detective. I spotted these and I'm like, there must be a billiard table somewhere. It's right there. And it's just close enough to the bar thing, so like if you're trying to line up a shot here, you're going to smack somebody in the back of the head that's sitting at the bar. Yeah, it's not the best position table. I mean, this wall might get in the way of your shots and other things. Then you gotta do like that fancy shit where it's like behind the back shots and like pull it up your leg and just... Or maybe not. Alright, so what have we got? Let's take a look in here. We got a newspaper. 20 years later, Painscreek still honors the lives of coal mine workers. Coal mine. There's a lot of, I would say, Silent Hill vibes to it. Not necessarily the game itself, but almost like a subtle theme, as if there was a bit of a Silent Hill influence. The naming system, the whole Painscreek, for example, word. It's like the whole, take a verb or an adjective, add a noun, just, you got a word now. That convention, it gives me a very Silent Hill feel to it. It's got nothing to do with like the fog or the monsters or anything like that, but now suddenly coal mines, and it's like, oh, it just gives me another vibe. Despite shock and pain, it was a tragedy that united everyone. You remember that tragedy? It brought us all together and made us one. 20 years ago, 6 members of this village, together with 13 others from the towns of Hillsdale and Old Creek, perished in one of the coal mine demolition programs. The coal mine belonged to the Roberts Mining Company. So the Roberts of this mansion owned a coal mine. Vivian Roberts, or rather, coal mining company. Vivian Roberts, who had just married into the Roberts family, started a fundraising event that raised $96,000, contributing $24,000 from her own company. A total of $120,000 was compensated to the 6 families. This is a very small sum compared to what those families lost, and no amount of money can replace their loved ones, Vivian told to the press. What we can do, however, is provide them with whatever help they may need, and for those who have helped financially, the Roberts family thanks you. The words not only comforted those families, blah blah blah, continued elsewhere. Oops. I don't like that escape takes me to the frickin' escape menu, but it does exit me out of that, so... Oh, what do we got here? It's Da Vinci wine service. If it's not Da Vinci, it's not the best. It says so right there on yeah. Street address, Jacksonville to Roberts Estate. Premium wine and a bottle opener. Holy fuck. That's a... Damn, this dude's spending some money on some wine. Make sure all checks are payable to Da Vinci, blah, blah, blah. So this guy's like some pretty fancy pants wine, huh? I would like to taste it. Oh. Okay, case of Da Vinci's wine. Ginger beer. Hey, that's not Da Vinci wine, it's not the best. Oh, we got some. I'm sorry, Thomas, I must have forgot to check inventory. Apparently we're missing a case of Da Vinci's. Please don't tell Miss Roberts. Oh yeah? They're missing a case of this pretty expensive stuff. Oh, you got a new chair, Twajo? What'd you get? Like, I'm getting to the point where I've had this Aeron chair for so long. I'm getting to the point where sooner or later I will want to replace it, and most likely I'm not going to get like a gamer chair, like the whole stereotype. But there was always a brand of chair I wanted since the Aeron chair by the same company. It was the Embody chair, but that's like $1,400 or $1,200 or somewhere around there. It's like, But Herman Miller, I mean, it's like you buy a chair, it lasts you a long, long time. And I live in my computer chair, so... just an average leather office chair, but it's nice. Oh, that's cool. I remember going through like 2 of those a year, once upon a time. Like we pay like $100 plus or minus, and then fucking 6 months later it breaks. Just because I'm living in my fucking chair, basically. And then I bought an Aeron chair, it was like $900. But it lasted a long time. And it came with a 12-year warranty or something. I don't know. I don't think it's been 12 years, but I would if I bought another chair, unless there's something newer that's out. The Embody chair by Herman Miller was next on my line of what I want. A sheet to count scores. But yeah, for me, it's one of those things like some people put a lot of money into one thing or this thing or that thing, a really good bed or whatever. In my case, my computer chair is one of my most important pieces of furniture. Like, I'm fine with sleeping with rags and sheets on a floor, but my computer chair is like top fucking priority. Yeah, I don't know about the gaming chairs that are out there. Like, I don't, like, if a company sponsored it, I would definitely get one, sport that shit and so on, but of course this is not someone special. No one wants to give him a chair. I'm gonna have to buy my own shit. I probably wouldn't buy a gaming chair. Like, I don't trust them any more than I would, like, a Home Depot, an office chair, like, not Home Depot, those are, what the hell were they called? I can't remember. Office Max and similar. Because it's almost always the same problem that, like, it leans, and then you hear, like, a snap over time. It's like it leans back and to the side. Hello? Did you guys hear a knock? I'm almost positive that came from the game. Yeah, in most cases with gaming chairs, it's usually whatever attaches the chair to the base rod that ends up breaking a lot of, usually it's like a wood down there, and it's not very strong, and I tend to like rock back and forth a lot in my chair, and because I can never sit still and shit. So eventually it just like gives away. I definitely fucking heard a knocking. There's a security room here with a combination that I do not have, that I don't think I have. But yeah, for me, it's one of those things where, you know, spending like $1,000 on a fucking computer chair may sound for many people like over expenditure, but it's like, it's one of the things where it's like, it's one area I can't compromise because of my history with how much I use these chairs, that you buy the right chair once, or you just keep buying the wrong one and you're going to be paying more continuously every time it fucking breaks. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of... Let me just make sure this lock doesn't happen to be... Oh. But yeah, the embodied chair would be my current next choice. Although, I don't know how many new things Herman Miller may have come out with since. There's also competitors, Steel Series or Steel Case or something. But yeah, the Aeron chair just happened to be like, it's a staple of like the .com era. So it's like in the history, modern history of arts museum or whatever. My voice is so dying. To-do list. Laundry duty today. Clean out attic. Water plants. Book Mrs. Roberts' appointment. Wash windows. Fantastic. Yeah, dude, like, I had to spend like $270 some to fix my a car problem that came up last week. And it's like we just built a new PC recently and all this other shit. And it's like, oh my god. It's like I'm not in the best financial situation anyways. That's kind of why I set a year goal. But it's like, forget my bills, forget all this other shit. It's like the goal that we're set for this year. Like that's just to pay for like that. That's just a goal I've set. That's only for the computer we're using. And this is the computer we're going to be using for everything that we're streaming. Like whatever happened with my car, that has nothing to do with anybody. So it's like I don't like begging people for money and giving a sob story or I'll do shots for $5. You know, none of that. It's like I've set a goal. And hopefully with Monster Hunter just around the corner, we'll actually be able to entertain ourselves sufficiently enough to where we can get back into the groove. And hey, wait, I know. Sorry, I'm so distracted now. Can't read it. Notes for Vivian's tea schedule. Tea time is 3:20 on the dot. Use a flower pattern cup for Mondays. Gold line cups are for guests. Use half a cup of milk. Always leave sugar on the side. Never interrupt unless she calls for you. That's fantastic. Your mouse and headset broke and the chair. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, when it rains, it pours, man. I'm telling you. It's always good when you have like money saved up for stuff like that. Like it's me and like my car, for example. I have money I always have set aside specifically for car trouble because it's like, you know, with I have a physical mental. Forget mental. I have a physical limitation. Like there is no going and doing my groceries on the bus or something. Like I'm physically unable to. If I don't have a car, I'm fucked. So if something goes wrong with that car, I have to be ready to take care of it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's why I have money set aside for it, because it's a lifeline in that regard. And so it's always good to have a plan. Have we looked here? This looks like I don't think we have. Oh. Got maid room, bathroom, guest room, balcony, bar, door, bar, security, tea room, Trish's room, attic, just stuff. Probably would have been useful if I found that sooner, but yeah. For me, it's like the hardest part is usually when it comes to optional expenses, you know, like if I bought a computer for playing games, I consider that like a streaming expense. Like I bought it so that I can play games on stream. So it's more of a like a business expense. can't say the business is necessarily profiting, but it's a luxury, but oh crap. I got another key code. Wait a minute, is this oh no, that's just a box. Okay. All I got to go by right now, besides my voice dying, is where is that gallery room? There was a gallery room over. I think it was over here. Something. There's one portrait with a woman with a white headband that I suspect might be a switch, or it's this ugly one. Oh my god. Ugh. I don't see anything though. I wonder if there's like a little clickable spot or something on there. No. Well, crap. Oh. Oh. Crap. Another fucking combination lock. Oh. That's like 3 different combination locks now, and I haven't seen a hint of anything. I swear to fuck, if there's like a Last Supper puzzle or something, I'm gonna flip my shit. That is one ugly baby. Ooh. So, now what? The only thing I have left is a house entrance key, found in one of the lockers in the mansion. And that was... Fuck, who's... Was it Derek? Crap. God, whose locker we pulled it out of. I'm gonna have to find it and double check. Getting so lost, oh my gosh. I think it was upstairs, it's wherever the lockers were. The exercise. Crap. Is it this way, maybe? I'm lost in their house. Dude, how am I just lost? What the fuck? Maybe it's over there? Oh, there's something out here too, maybe. Not really. It was this way. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so what do we got? We got... Oh, Bernard. So let me take a look at our medical documents that we... even... Trying to see if I can find his address. See in any of these notes. Did he sign in anytime? I hope he was a patient. Kylie, Andrew Reed, Raymond, Wanda. Okay, so answer's no. So we have a key to what I think is Bernard's house, but we don't know where his house is. And that's about all I got. Well, then. That sucks. Because now we kind of hit a dead end. Like, I've got a few different dings, but I can't access anything. It does specifically say it's a house entrance key. So I at least know it's not like a room in the house. It's got to be a physical house location somewhere. So I may have to consult a cheat sheet, see if I can find it, because otherwise we will be running around blindly and getting nowhere. Yeah, I spend like the last 2 of my days freaking doing, like watching horror videos on YouTube. Like literally the last 2 days, that's all I did. So I was going to consult the cheat sheet to see what we could do, and then I remembered that we had that information about the church and the flower pot. So before we try and, hint our way through stuff, we can go and check out that church, because there should essentially be a flower pot somewhere. Because we had the note that told us about it. I can't even tell if that's the... Yeah, it is. So let's do that. What? Ja. So we'll see if we can gain access to the church, and then see what happens from there. So to get there, we're going to be following this road and going that way. Okay. From the looks of it, it's going to be a really difficult time trying to follow even a guide or a tip sheet, hint sheet, cheat sheet, whatever you may want to call it. Not that way, this way. Because the game is not quite so linear. So I'm not really looking forward to that, to be honest. I'm a little... I think the game might be just a little too open in that regard. I think we're going that way. I'm correct, it should be right there. Because we had that note, it specifically stated to leave the key under a flower pot. So there should be a flower pot somewhere, I presume. These look like flower pots. Do you guys see a key? I don't see a key. What is this? 1203. The hell? There's a... Photograph it. Maybe there's more flower pots. Oh, there is. How do I know which one it would be? The note wasn't very specific, was it? There might be more flower pots. Oh, fuck, there is. Oh, God. Why is there so many flower pots? Oh, there it is. So is it to that door or to this door? I don't know yet. We're gonna find out. Booyah! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to church. Don't worry, I'm just as uncomfortable about it as you are. Ugh. Church will be closed for the funeral. No smoking. Oh, it doesn't say no vaping. I see we got a list of some of the services and shit, which probably relates to later on when you're trying to solve the mysteries and things, but... God damn, why is there so many Bibles in this church? Right, it's a church, that's probably why. I will stay at the cabin tonight. I don't need dinner. Scott. Okay. That might be useful for something. For a church, this inner part isn't very churchy, is it? It's almost like real people would live here. And fireplace, of course. Why, there's a bathroom in a church? Is God gonna watch you use the toilet? Oh dear. That can't be good. Got a storage room with a lock. Ooh, creepy basement in a church. I'm all up in that. Fuck. Okay, exit is locked. Got a bedroom. Nothing in there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Hey, it just doesn't belong in a church. What the fuck? Neither is that. Oh, this must be that kid's room from earlier in the game. The one that was adopted. That's a stupid... May 3rd. Damn pivot angle. 1985. That must be relevant to something. Fuck if I know what, but something... Alright, this is 1985. Father Matthew picked me up from the orphanage today. He said I will be staying with him for now, and I can call him Dad if that's okay with me. Isn't this the same as what we... On Monday, he will bring me to sign something. He says that after signing, my name is not just Scott, but Scott Brooks. I'm so glad I have a new home. Father Matthew brought me to the... Yeah, we read this earlier. What the hell? Why is there two? Might be a difference in these books, though. They're bullying me. Weirdo. What does bastard mean? I should be patient. They threw stones at me. Matthew. Yeah, that's the same. Tricia defended me today. Boys walked away, said her dad is going to catch them and put them in jail. I want to be like Tricia's father. I want to be the next Charles Roberts. That way no one will ever bully me. Derek is always there whenever Tricia invites me to play. He's 5 years older than me. He's like her bodyguard or something like that. And he's really good at drawing. He gave me one of his drawings today. He says it all. He only give... Yeah, these are all the same. Okay. For some reason, there's 2 copies of the same diary in this town by this boy. And they seem to be about identical as far as I can tell. That seems really suspicious. Wait, what did that? Examine. Packing day, moving out, meeting Tricia. Wasn't 19th the one that... No, that's September, so I don't know. I've got so little idea of these dates going on that, yeah, this is not gonna go well. Hey, wow, this bathroom looks a lot fancier than the rest of the place. What the heck? gonna be honest, I'm not sure if I'll have the patience to try and finish this game. It's gonna be a lot of painstaking work, I think. Especially because I can't seem to remember who the fuck is who. There's so many different people and so many different dates, and I don't even know the actual date of the fucking murder, let alone what the current date is and everything else. Like, oh good god. What is this? Nothing. Ew. Photo of Father Matthew. Signing during an event. Hey, Father, can you sign my Holy Bible? Make it out to eBay. Previous pastor, Father Calvin. Got more dates. Chair practice for Sunday Mass. Don't forget to practice your chairs. Final court appearance. Public baptism. This must be one of the pastor's rooms or something. Now my nose is all fucking itchy and shit. Pick up. That's a creepy photo. Matthew and Scott years ago. Who the fuck was Matthew? I can't remember now. Oh, we got a key to something. Yeah, that's definitely a key. I returned tools back to the storage room. Must be a storage key to the storage room. Oh no, not another lock. Fuck me. Oh. Oh. Scott Brooks. Oh, wasn't Scott Brooks the one that was the current suspect or whatever of the murder? Pleads not guilty to killing ex-mayor's wife, Vivian Roberts. Main murder suspect denies killing former employer. Scott Brooks, the adopted son of Father Matthew Brooks of Painscreek Trinity Church, pled not guilty in court yesterday. According to Scott, he met with Vivian in the woods that night, but went home after their meeting and did not step out of his cabin for days. When he left her, Vivian was still alive. So he has his own cabin somewhere. When asked why he met with Vivian, Scott's answer was that they met to discuss about personal matters, and it was only between the two of them. Scott denied further questioning, stating only that he had nothing to do with Vivian's murder, that whoever killed Vivian must have committed the crime after he had left. As to why Scott was at his cabin for days after Vivian was killed, Scott explained that he did not even know that Vivian had been murdered. Staying at the cabin is just something he has always done, that he feels that he's well at home. Scott is currently detained in the county jail. No bail has been set. So, from the earlier notes, the kid that was adopted, he was bullied as a kid, etc., for being a bastard and whatnot, was Scott Brooks, who was adopted by the father here of the church, and he was employed at the mansion. Just trying to see if I can keep an order of things as far as this combination. I don't freaking know. There's a lot of combination locks left unlocked, left locked rather. So far, and this, I believe, is this should be a storage room key of some sort. So we find a key. Something that might resemble a storage room. We may have a key for it. Got a slot bucket. 80 degrees Fahrenheit out there. Is that good or bad in your case? Because here was like 117 degrees just a few days ago. Oh, this is where people come to commit self-incrimination. It's locked. Like, dear Father, I killed like 100 hookers. Can you forgive me? You are forgiven. Now go. Carry on with your work. You did well. Thanks. Temperature outside. Yeah. I mean, 80 sounds pretty nice, no? Oh, here we go. Storage. Booyah. Scotch thingies. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's locked. I don't have a key to that. Or do I? No, that's not. Definitely not. Cups, cooking. There's nothing else in here? Oh. Oh! Snap it to a Slim Jim. What? How do I... There we go. Now I can break into cars and shit. Oh no, are these one-time use? Oh no. That sucks if it's only one-time use, because right now we don't have anything else. But the fact that it gave us two makes me think there's only one use for them, or like one-time use. And I kind of didn't really see anything else. What was that basement? I forgot why we couldn't go down. Oh, it was here. Oh, because it was locked? No, it just says exit and it's locked or whatever. Snap into a Slim Jim. Eat me. Yeah, because I'm thinking 80 degrees would be pretty nice. Maybe not the most perfect of temperatures, but forgot I needed to take this medication. It keeps me from doing bad things to people. I swear to fuck, I heard somebody walking on the left. That's my own footsteps. Okay. Okay, can't access that at all. It's kind of the only thing we got now is there's more combination locks that are unsolved, and but realistically we actually have two these thingies, so I take it to mean we can start breaking into cars. Now I don't know if they're one-time use. I'm pretty sure I've seen more than one car, which makes me wonder what's gonna happen. Like let's see what happens if I try and break into this car. Use. Oh, they're not one-time use, but I got two of them. Okay, cool. I was afraid it was going to be like, you know, let's say there's 10 cars. Maybe there is 10 Slim Jims or whatever. But depending on which one you choose to open with the two you got, they would affect what you can and can't do. Or rather, the order in which it would resolve. Oh crap, there's a... I can't even tell what right there. But I don't have a key that would be for that. I don't even know whose car this is. There's no license plate. What the fuck? Dude, you can't just have cars without license plates. That's not a thing. Like... It's like the earliest date I recall seeing in any note was like 1980 something, or maybe 1970 something. You better damn well believe they had fucking license plates on cars. Come I'm off to break into more cars. Let's go. Hey, there's a car. Kind of funny that of all places, it was the church where we got a lockpick set essentially for breaking into cars. And so far it's proving not so useful. I mean, each of these cars seems to have like a locked passenger side compartment. But unless, and I really, really doubt it. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. So unless I have like a key to someone's compartment thingy, it's not going to do as much good. But who knows, maybe somebody left something cool out in one of their cars or something. Maple Drive meets Silver Lake. Where the fuck are we? Maple Drive. Okay, so we're over here. Was there any cars at or near the mansion? Because I don't recall there being one. And there was a garage, but I don't think I saw any cars in the garage, let alone being able to access the garage. Yeah, I don't think there is, so let's kind of go through the town a little bit and see if we can happen to find something in one of the cars. And if not, then we're fucked. Let's go all the way down Snake Boulevard first, all the way to the cemetery. That's gonna be... Actually, I think that's where we came from originally, because that's where the church was. So we'll go down Walnut... No, we'll go down to Clover Street, and then we'll go that way. So at least make a plan, right? I don't know if I'll have the patience to actually finish this game, to be honest. Which is a shame, because it's a cool game. But unless anything short of pulling up a guide and like going list by list, or, you know, checklist by checklist until I figure out what it was I was missing, it's going to be very difficult. Hey, there's another car. No license plate. And no license plate. What does that say? Marvick? Marverick. Hey, there's something in here. What is it? Get a mouse over that spot. What is this? 2 PI Steve Moss. Is PI private investigator? I came across your name through a close friend of mine. She highly recommended you, saying you are a person of integrity and a very reliable investigator. Okay, I'm a private investigator. So I would like for you to investigate a case which happened in 1995 in a town called Painscreek of the murder of Vivian Roberts. I was there when it happened. The body had been placed in front of the mansion gates for everyone to see. A few days later, Scott Brooks was apprehended as a suspect. However, there wasn't enough evidence and he was soon released. 18 months later, the police filed Vivian's case as unsolved. Sounds like my ISP. Like we couldn't fix the problem. So we closed it. We closed the case. Like what? You closed it. Sorry. I try to forget everything, but I just can't. I simply want to know the truth. I have enclosed a copy of the threat letter that Vivian received the day she died. I hope it helps. For safety purposes, I would like to remain anonymous at this time. I will give you the first payment in good faith that you will agree to my offer. When the case is solved, I will pass you the rest of the payment. Anonymous. I know what you did. Meet me by the well at midnight. You know which one. Come along. Come along. Interesting. If they give me a tool, I'm gonna fucking abuse it and open every fucking door. So was this the detective's car? No, why would that be here? But then why would those paperworks be in here as well? Oh, shit. Steve Moss. Can I keep it? No, I can't. Ugh. The secret lies with her. Is she the creepy ghost lady thing that we saw in the... Oh shit, I didn't even... Like, these are... Each one of these is independent clickable, and... I hope... Like, for all I know, I might have missed a whole bunch of shit not realizing that. 1997. The investigation progress is slow. I've tried to reach people, but many of them have left Painscreek, and those who still remain are starting to move out. I found some evidence showing that things aren't what they seem. The media didn't have it right. I need to interview some people who worked at the mansion. I've been too wary and haven't reached out yet. Matthews seems to be Scott's legal parent. Still won't talk to him yet. I'll have to visit St. Patrick's Orphanage tomorrow. It's a day's drive from here. I know Scott found something there. There's something not quite right with all of this. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Vivian married Charles in 1971. I bet you not 1971 right there is a combination for something. After the marriage, she became vice president of the Roberts Mining Company. Went into a slump after the mining accident in 73, but her resilience to not give up led her to rebuilding the company from the ground up. She supported local businesses such as Painscreek Community Hospital to revitalize a small village. Looks like she was publicly very active. Too active? And she was taken to the Painscreek Community Hospital for an emergency operation in 74. Tricia Roberts was born just before that. Vivian was hospitalized for a few months. She was reliant on Dr. Henry Johnson during that period. He's dead now, though. Security room. 025241. Mansion? Oh, I guess we have a... security room in the mansion, I think. Was it the mansion or the hospital that had a... I don't know. I could have sworn everything we saw was like 4 digits, though, not 6. Well, but we do have a potential security code. Something, probably in the mansion. Which way were we gonna go? Gotta check over here first. I got more cars to break into. Or not. Oh, my nose is all tingly and itchy and shit. It's pissed me off. This is the way to the hospital, which is not really helpful, but I'm just looking for cars. Unless that was the last car. Oh, there's the hospital, so... So let's see, we've gone through this way, we've checked here, we just, I think, went that way. There was nothing else there, so unless there's anything else between here, Walnut, then that's that. That's this thing. That's not where we want to go. Yeah, just look for the street signs. Damn it, Necroxix. Yeah, I don't think there's any other cars, so it might just be like those 3 cars. 2 of which had locked door compartments. Or, for all I know, the other one might have as well. Let's just go to the mansion and call it for now. Like, it feels like I need a break. My brain, she can only take so much. least that way I know the game will save its progress. And I know that because it says so. Loading. You guys can't see it, but it's like right here. My stupid base cam is blocking everything. Auto-saving. So let's end this video, or this episode at least here. Like, it's a cool game. I just don't know if I'll have the patience to continue or not yet.